Hi Leo, this is Tracy from Northeast Tarot and welcome to your weekly tarot forecast for the week of February 4th through the 10th. This is for Leo Sun, Leo Moon, and Leo Rising signs. So Leo, for this reading I'm using the Fenestra Tarot deck along with the Wild Wisdom of the Fairy Oracle. All right, interesting. At the bottom of the deck, I do have the Four of Swords, which can speak about you spending some time alone, maybe recharging your batteries, catching up on your sleep, things like that. It is a healing energy. The overall energy is the Eight of Pentacles, which is interesting. So some of you, maybe as I'm filming this reading with the Four of Swords, you could be taking a break. You could even be taking like some time off of work. This week, you could be going back to work with the Eight of Pentacles, because the Eight of Pentacles for me is a worker energy. This is someone who's very, very focused on their work. They're doing a good job. They're enjoying the work that they're doing. And so some of you, within your career, you're working very hard. You're doing a good job. Some of you are maybe even being noticed here. Now, maybe that's because, yeah, that's interesting. Maybe that's because you were either out of work for some time and now you're landing a new job with the Eight of Pentacles, learning a new trade. It could be coming after a time that you were unemployed. Others, maybe you took a break from work and now you're coming back and you're recharged. Underneath the Four of Swords, I do have the Hierophant, which can represent that company, that large company, that institution. Very interesting. We do have the Ace of Cups underneath that. So some of you maybe have just landed your dream job. Others, a relationship could be significant here. You could be taking a break from a relationship. Others, maybe you've been single for a long time and maybe you're moving towards getting into a new relationship. But this is you working on something. If you don't work for a living, this is you really, really focused on something. It can be a project and you're definitely putting in that time, that energy. Now, we're starting with death, and so death is a very powerful energy, Leo. Endings and new beginnings. Great change for some of you. Maybe your life is going through, a great change here, especially if you were unemployed and now you're going back to work. Or, maybe some of you are even leaving a job. But we do have death and we have the Seven of Swords, which is quite interesting. The Seven of Swords can be that shady, sneaky sort of energy. So if you were dealing with a person or a situation like that, that could be coming to an end with death here. It also could be a legal matter because we have justice underneath it. So if you were wronged in some way, if something was done to you and it was unfair, you're maybe moving towards a big change with that or an ending with that situation. The Seven of Swords for me also, it is a very risky energy. It's an independent energy. This person's working alone. They can be someone who's paving their own way, making their own path. And so, maybe some of you are taking a risk or a gamble. You could be maybe starting something new here, ending something, starting something new, or maybe something's already ended in your life. This could be you taking a big gamble, a big risk here. Working alone, there's a lot of independent energy here. With the Page of Wands, you could be hearing something. So news, communication coming in. We have a couple of pages. So messages, information coming to you, opportunities coming to you. I feel like for some of you, you may have been unemployed and this is you going back to work. With justice, you could be signing a contract. Now, the Seven of Swords can be a suspicious sort of energy for me as well. And so those of you that are signing something, you might be a little suspicious. So, you know, maybe there's some Leos that you need to get some advice, or maybe you need to be very thorough and just kind of read things maybe a couple of times, you know, be very thorough. Here we have the Page of Pentacles with the Seven of Cups, which the Seven of Cups, make sure you're seeing things clearly. Again, you know, I feel like some of you need to be thorough. You need to pay attention to the details. This can be that dreamy, very even delusional sort of energy. It's an emotionally scattered sort of energy. So just make sure that you're seeing things clearly. Some of you are looking at options though. So as far as like landing a new job, this is you looking at options. But here with the pages, you definitely have maybe opportunities that are coming in, more doors that are opening for you here this week. You're definitely receiving news, and some of you maybe need to narrow it down. You know, as far as maybe which job you're going to take. Some of you are definitely landing a new job with the Eight of Pentacles and then the Three of Pentacles and then that Page of Pentacles. So, you know, some of you, though, when it rains, it pours. And so with the Seven of Cups, you have multiple options on the table. And so, you know, maybe you're hearing from a couple of different companies and you might need to narrow it down. You might be choosing between a position that you're really kind of on your own. It's a more independent position versus working with a lot of people. So, you know, what is going to fit you best, Leo? What will you enjoy more? Yeah, so definitely needing to weigh the options. Here we do have the King of Wands, which is that fire sign energy. So I'm definitely reading for some male Leos. Some of you other Leos could be dealing with a fellow fire sign person. So with Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. Maybe this is the person that's maybe offering you something or communicating with you here this week, Leo. For those of you that are working with someone, or there's a position that's available to you where you are working with someone, you might be working with this King of Wands. Those of you that don't work for a living, there could be a project. There could be something that you're working on. There also could be some Leos that you could be signing something. You also might have like a legal matter that's significant, and maybe you have to make some important decisions as far as that legal matter here this week. Okay, so we have a couple of cards upright. Those are the ones that I want. All right, Leo, so we do have, okay, once was innocent. Knowledge means change. So for some of you, you are going to find something out. And what it is that you're finding out here this week, Leo, it's going to lead to great change. And we do have death. So some of you are finding something out. And with the Seven of Swords, yes, you know, it's a general reading. There could be a few of you that you're seeing someone's true colors. Maybe they didn't have the best intentions. So some of you are finding something out, but that knowledge is going to bring about great change. Also, maybe someone isn't as innocent as they're claiming to be. But, you know, it's going to be different for all of you. I feel like information, knowledge, communication, it's coming in, and that is going to allow for this great change. And then we also have mother and daughter, mothering, teaching, sharing knowledge, nurturing self-worth. So some of you maybe need to nurture yourself with this Four of Swords, maybe need to rest, especially if you are a mother. For some of you, you could be finding something out about your mother or about a daughter. Sharing knowledge, which is quite interesting because these two came out together. So knowledge is power. So some of you are definitely you know, hearing something here, receiving that knowledge, that wisdom, learning something here this week, and it's in your best interest. All right, Leo, so I hope that you found this reading helpful. If you are not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. If you are interested in having a private reading, please check out northeasttarot.com. Have a great week.